What's up guys? So welcome to my video again, and here I'm gonna share a lots of things which I learned today by the podcast and by the sharmani with the Shivam. So basically I introduced the person who come to the podcast, that the name is Shivam. So yeah, he is an emotional intelligence and life coach and author, and he's also an ex aerospace engineer also, and he taught about too much things. And firstly he talked about what is anger, how to control your anger, and how to get rid of that with the help of an exercise. So he firstly tells that anger is the not main purpose. The purpose behind the anger by which we get triggered, we have to solve that problem, not to just stop yourself and just control yourself that today I'm not gonna to do anger, today I'm not gonna be angry with anything, with any situation. No, this is not the solution. The solution behind the anger is to just go to that person by which you get triggered and by which you get so much mentally disturbed and get too much angry at that situation. Just go and talk to him, just clear that all the perspective and all the things that's happened at that point. So that's gonna be how it's worked for you. So the first thing that we do is, everyone says that just take a long and deep breath that can be help to reduce your anger at that instant of point and at that situation. And the second thing is that just drink about the water. So yeah, this is the two major exercise which we can do easily at your home when we are get triggered at small things, even though the issue is not too much big. So what we have to do, just when we are getting angry, just take a long breath and just release it out. And second thing is just go and take a one glass of water. What does it do? When we drink water, it just cool down our temper and cool down our body temperature by which we are getting cooled. So these two things we can do usually. And he also talk about all the time we are not angry. Sometimes we are thinking about something else. Sometimes we just get irritated by anything, we just get something else and we call them as anger. No, every time we cannot be angry. The situation might be different, the condition might be different. So at that point our vocabulary of saying that, pronouncing that situation is wrong, because whatever is happening, when we are getting too much irritated, when we are getting too much sad, we call this I'm angry now, don't talk to me now. No, at that point you are not angry, you are just getting irritated, which is a different thing. You are just getting sad, which is also a different thing. So basically what normal people do, that they every situation called them angry. This is the main thing. But whatever we can say, we behave like that. So just pronounce a right word so that we are just processing our mind for the right thing. Okay, so let's continue. And in this video and in this podcast which I have seen, so he discussed lots of things, and he tells that the 9 emotional needs. So the first one is the security, second one is the attention, and he also talk about control, meaning and the purpose, privacy and community, and intimacy. Do not confuse with this word intimacy. It not means the physical, it's the mean how emotionally you are getting connected to what person you are love to talk with them and just be open with them. So that is emotional intimacy. That means not a physical. Okay, so and he also talk about the status, and the last one is the achievements. With the last point which tell is the achievements means nothing that you are getting too much rich. The achievements means how you are using your money. You are not kind, then it doesn't mean it's worthless. So when you balance this both money and the kindness, then you are really a good achiever in your life. Okay, and he also gave the 3 tips to understand why you are getting angry. So firstly he tell that observe yourself when you are getting angry. So when you are at the anger, just observe yourself. Oh my god, why I'm just angry at that point, what happens with me and why I'm behaving like that. So the first point is that, and the second point is just recall that's 9 points which I have told you, that the emotional needs. And at the third, not the least one, that start asking yourself every morning that who I am. This is the most important line which is said by the sharmani itself, that who I am. Every morning just wake up and ask who I am. And when you are just asking this question to yourself, you are getting lots of answer, lots of things in your mind, and just observe all the things what's happening with me, and just give yourself just 10 minutes at the morning to discuss and just processing that thought what's coming right now. Okay, so he also tells that communication is the best way to get rid of that anger. So when you are comfortable with anyone, you love to talk with that person, so go and just communicate that what's problem is happening, why are you getting too much easily angry, and what the reason behind this. When you communicating at that situation, you really get that answer. This is the most important point, that communication is the key. When you do this, you definitely get the answer. So yeah, this is all the points, this is all the things which are discussed in the podcast, and I have learned from that. So yeah, this is a good podcast. Every day I just go and watch the podcast and love so many things. So you should also watch the podcast, just make your day efficient and learn new things. So till now, thank you so much for watching my video, and saying to you bye. Stay calm, stay curious, and still watching and waiting for my video. Thank you so much for watching me, guys. Bye bye.